trying all of them.
Hi, Jessica. This is my run through of the anti-small talk event, or becoming a convener. And it's a rough run through, but I was letting perfect be the enemy of good, and I wasn't getting this done at all. So I want to just go for it right now and walk through this presentation as if I had to give it right now. So here we go. Welcome to the Anti-Small Talk event presentation, otherwise known as Becoming a Convener. This is a presentation about donor acquisition through meaningful experiences in 2021. And I am your co-presenter, Kevin Mahler. I'm the president and owner of Contributed Line Fundraising Consultancy. And this is Jessica Jansen-Wolford of Midland University. I'm going to be presenting it in a very solo-ish way right now. So sorry about that, Jessica. I'm not trying to dominate it here. I'm just trying to run through the flow. And I think the next step will be to weave your voice into this. So yeah, again, this is just rehearsal. This we won't pre-record our thing. I think we will probably do it live, and really, hopefully, we can be as close to 50-50 as possible. So our big idea is convening events. This is the idea we want to share with you today. And here is how we explain our big idea. In search for reliable donors and efficient fundraising of renewable, unrestricted gifts, nonprofit organizations can host simple, profitable, convening events that transcend mere small talk and infomercial top-down messaging, and instead offer immediate value to professionals and build an organic prospect pipeline. We believe that these events can always be inexpensive, profitable, strategic, and highly valuable to you. So the issues that we're seeking to address by sharing this idea is we want to help you make money, save money, and make your life as a fund development professional easier. The solution we see to these issues is that by acting as a host or a convener, your organization can inexpensively and organically build relationships that feed your donor pipeline in a more reliable way than what you are currently doing. And what inspired this idea for me was at least 3 experiences that I've had in my over a decade of being a fundraiser. The first is the quarterly lecture series for financial advisors that someone told me about at a large cultural institution here in Omaha. She told me that that financial advisors are often in the position of making suggestions to clients about last will and testaments, and perhaps other planned giving situations, like naming nonprofits as beneficiaries in one's last will and testaments, or insurance products. So what she would do is host a quarterly lecture series for financial advisors, where some financial advisor guru would speak to the crowd, and attendees would pay $25 to attend. They would get one or two free drinks, and then they would listen to the lecture, talk amongst themselves, and leave. And so there wasn't a hard push for like donate to this organization or have your clients name this organization in their last will and testament. But it was kind of a way of making a, a quick thousand on a Wednesday afternoon, while also um, building the brand of this institution in the minds of influential individuals while offering them value. And so the hope was that, over the next several years, as these financial advisors' clients would be making big moves with their various insurance products and portfolios, that charitable intent would flow to the host organization. Secondly, I'll never forget when I first moved to Omaha and went to my first Omaha Chamber events, how great everyone was at, in those days, shaking hands and introducing themselves and talking about what they do, giving their elevator pitch, asking pointed questions about what you do, and finding a match, finding some serendipity in between how can we work together, but also saying like maybe we can't work together, so I'm going to move on. I see someone I know over here. Thank you very much. Take care. And the person kind of moves away, and they talk to the next person. And there was just a great spirit of wanting to do business, wanting to collaborate here in Omaha, and it really struck me, and I never forgot about it. Um, and the other inspiration is an experience that I had with a client organization and their annual 5K slash carnival event. And I'll tell you about that later. And Jessica goes on to talk about the Fremont Area Community Foundation, as well as alumni engagement at Midland. So about my story with the 5K and the carnival. Um, I'm feeling a little tired right now, so I'm a little bit low energy. But anyway, I'll keep going. Limited interest among the largest regional funders. So the the organizations was turning in grant applications to the largest regional funders and getting declined. Meanwhile, they were trying to raise money through events and mass solicitation among their clients, and their clients are like, "Hey, we're looking to you for help. We can't be giving you money. Maybe we'll do it for a couple of years, but I don't know. We're not feeling it." So there was a problem in not being recognized at the highest level of philanthropy in the community, and not being recognized, not clients not being able, or in some cases willing to become sustaining donors, and perhaps not the sophistication to cultivate loyal annual donors into major donors. But nonetheless, this organization was doing their 5K carnival event, and I did what I do, which is helped with the sponsorship program. But then I went to the event as well, and I noticed something among the sponsors that I didn't expect. I expected the sponsors to get their tables, lay out their literature, lay out their merchandise, and um, say, "Hello, clients. Hello, attendees. Patronize my business. Sign up for an account at my bank, or become a patient in my clinic." Here's a water bottle. Thank you very much. We're the sponsors. We love the clients. But what I noticed was that the sponsors were interested in talking to the sponsors. They said, "Oh, you work with this subject area too? Oh, fascinating. But you're from a legal perspective, and I'm from a banking perspective. I think there's some overlap here. I've heard about what you do, and it's really interesting. How are you? Yeah, here's my business card." And I thought, wow, these guys and gals don't have much of an opportunity to connect with each other today because like they're all busy talking to clients and it's crazy. But what could we do for them um, that would maybe give them a little time to network, just like I always saw at the at at the Chamber of Commerce. So I thought, well, here are all these occupational therapists and physical therapists and doctors and attorneys. They all work during the day. But what if I had a breakfast before the workday starts? And what if we invited people who, all the sponsors of this 5K carnival, but also, organizations that look like them and people that look like them, business owners, and maybe they don't own a business, but maybe they're professionals dealing with this subject matter of the nonprofit that I was serving. Um, and okay, I bet they would even pay $35 for breakfast. Um, if we sold it to them as a networking event and as a fundraiser for the organization, and that they would get some value out of it. I bet we could push as high as 35 bucks for coffee and a breakfast burrito and maybe a muffin. Um, so how could I explain the ingenuity of this event and the invitation process? I would have to develop some language around that help them understand that this is a convening event. This is a day of pulling people together. Um, and I would need to be able to write that, to speak that on the phone to people that I was calling, and then infuse some of that into whatever online Eventbrite type page that I would set up. I would need to create a simple program sequence so that it could really foster networking, and we would have to like introduce it, but we'd have to be brief about it. People are only going to stick around for 1 hour, maybe two, probably somewhere in the middle. Um, and then on top of it, just to make sure that it's lucrative, let's see if I can sell maybe a $500 coffee sponsorship or a $1,000 food underwriter sponsorship to really make sure that this is a lucrative event as well as an event that's valuable for the attendees. So we did the community providers breakfast, and it was a smashing success of talking, networking, and connecting. And here would be the opportunity to tell Jessica's story. So we're talking about convening events today, but how is a convening event different from other common nonprofit events? And this would be a great question for maybe Jessica to ask me or for me to ask Jessica. And I'll take a break right here at slide whatever, and we'll reconnect.